Bangladesh and Thailand. So I think this way, we want to be like, we want India to be a very
part of the Olympics. So it's a very important landmark for the sport. At this time, I'd like to, Shekhar has put Kovalong on the international map. Recently finished second in of the Kovalong Point Surfing School and the festival. And started the festival, we had to literally beg people to come and sponsor. Surfing was a very new sport in India, actually unheard of, I think, till we started off. So, we've had sponsors like EVA, Score, Radiance, the Murugappa Group, TVS, Isuzu, who've all really backed us. And year on year now, they've actually more excited about the festival and they've come forward in sponsoring. So, a big thank you to them, without which we can't run the festival. This is our 6th year, as Rajiv mentioned, and the surfing lineup looks fantastic. We've got about, I think, close to about 170 surfers signed up this year, and it's going to be a tough competition. It is, I can very proudly say, it is the biggest surfing competition in India, and it is the only surf yoga music festival in India. So I think I can very boldly say that. Apart from, the festival has grown year on year. From the first year, we had about, say, 80 participants and about 2,000 people who lined up, which we thought was really overwhelming. But last year we had over 15,000 who came for the festival and close to about 150 surfers. So it is a sport that is growing, it is a festival that is growing. So on both aspects, I'm extremely happy. We've got, of course, some fantastic food stalls lined up, about 30 food stalls. We have about 10 food stalls from the village. We are very particular that the village is part of the festival, because without their support, there is no way we can hold such a festival on a beach in Chennai. So it's very important to keep them happy and keep them as part of the festival. So they also, apart from the financial gains they make over the weekend, the entire project of the Kovalong Point Surf School and Festival is to really promote the village and give them a better living down the line. Because since we've started, there have been a lot of Airbnbs that have come up, small guest houses, hotels, everything has evolved in the last 6 years. So it's been amazing to see that growth as well in the village. Of course, yoga will be a big element. It's grown year on year, and we've got a big lineup of yoga teachers who are coming in for this. Finally, the music. The music, again, it's something that everybody looks forward to. It's, I think there are not many events that you can actually perform on the beach, so people take it as a beautiful venue to perform. So we've got some great bands like F16 and Indiscreet who are coming in to play. So this year the new aspect we're trying to introduce is actually an obstacle race. It's like the American Ninja Challenge or something. So we're doing one, the Wild Warriors is actually organizing an obstacle race on the beach. So that will be a new highlight. Apart from that, for the kids, we are trying to do a lot more. There's a rock climbing wall, there's trampolines, there are other kid activities as well. So there's going to be a lot of different things to satisfy different people. The idea of the festival is, at the end of the day, the surfing is the serious element. It is a national event, but to get people to actually know more about the sport, we've had to really put together the festival. So it brings families there, and it's going to be a great festival, and I hope to see you all there. We've got Hayden Rhodes here, who's a performance coach, and he's come down here to work with us at Kovalong as well, because as we go on and our athletes get better, his part is going to be more crucial, because it's not just about surfing, it's to be fit enough, eat the right food, everything. So thank you for being here as well. Yeah, I'll...
Thank you, Rajiv, and thank you everyone for being here. First of all, I think this is something that's so unique to India. It's something that's really amazing. I never used to swim before, let alone let alone surf. And now that I come to the surf school, it's something that I really enjoy. It's something that I've enjoyed over the last maybe 2 or 3 years. And so for me to see something so amazing, obviously from a life angle where festivals like this are just really great for the city and the community in general. But more importantly, as an athlete, I think it's amazing for me to see surfing pick up as a sport officially. I think, as Arun rightfully said, surfing is going to become an Olympic sport in 2020, and that's really exciting for all of India, and especially Cove Point, because there's so many incredible surfers coming out of there. Right now we are supporting so many different kinds of sports, and I think surfing is potentially one of the most popular sports in the world in many different ways. And just to see that it's coming over here in India, it's extremely exciting. And we have an example right here in front of us with Shekhar. I mean, the fact that Shekhar is from the village, because of everything that's happened with the surfing, with everything that's coming through the surfing culture, Shekhar has taken up stand-up paddle. He's one of the best stand-up paddlers in Asia. And he's finishing second in championships in the world. So for me to see the actual sport grow, for me to know that, it is going to be a part of the Olympics, and from here we could potentially have future Olympians, future medalists. I think that's an amazing thing. It's amazing to see that, something as simple as surfing and sport and just a really nice culture can bring a village together and can really see the village also grow in different ways. Murthy over here has been a huge part of it. So just to see, I've been to the surf school for 2-3 years now, and whenever I go there, you always see these young kids who are super motivated, who are very sweet, and always working hard, always have a smile on their face, and it's one of those things you always want to be around. And now that I'm starting to see all of them personally grow, get better, do well in competitions, it's an amazing feeling. So for me to be a part of this, thanks guys for inviting me. Obviously, I'm not going to miss it. I'm going to be there all weekend. Like Arun mentioned earlier as well, there will be a very cool event over there with Wild Warrior as well, which is for obstacle course racing. And this is something exciting for the press as well, because there's going to be an athlete called Sanjay Negi, who is one of the fittest people in India, period. He's just one of the first Indians to win 2 Spartan races back-to-back about 2 weeks ago. So right now he's in the top shape of his career, and he's coming in and he's going to be doing an obstacle course against all of the surfing boys and some of the best competitions from South India. So it's not just him. It's going to be some of the fittest girls in India as well, some of the best MMA fighters, the best obstacle course runners. So it's an amazing festival, like everybody over here has mentioned already. Obviously for the music, the yoga, it's going to be a great lineup, but also for the sports side of it, it's very cool and very inspiring to see how nicely this whole project is growing. We've already had 170 surfers this year. It's the biggest surfing competition in India. And interestingly, we also have a lot of international competition as well. So I'm proud to be a part of this. I'm happy to see it going in the right direction, and I hope to see all you guys there.
With regards to festival details, everyone here pretty much over the whole project. I've been part of this whole movement for many years right now. I've seen some of the kids growing from little babies to amazing surfers, and the whole project, more than a festival, is just a beautiful platform that keep inviting every year so many people from all aspects of life, from sports, from art, from culture, and it's really beautiful, and somehow you get to see all of that blooming in that coming weekend. So I think this is really one of the strongest experience when people coming to the festival, rather than each individual subject that they're going to experience, is just coming together, a whole community coming together,
around the beautiful village that keep inviting us every year. So I'm looking forward to see you all there. Thank you.
If there are any questions, we'll...
Hi, this is Shilaz from Times. Trends increased, or are you planning now that surfing is a part, because India is still, the surfing as a sport is still growing in India.
We've got something called the bronze, which is a 16 and under. Then we have the juniors, seniors, and masters, right? So these are the categories worldwide. Even in the World Surfing League, these are the categories they follow. So nothing much will change in that, but the participation has definitely grown for year on year. So we've had a couple of years back, we also hosted the Asian Surfing Circuit, which brought in talent from the rest of Asia, from Bali, Philippines, Japan, all over the place. So we ran it, but like most events are expensive to run. So, but saying that, we are in talks, the Federation is in talks with the ASC as well as WSL. In fact, we were hoping they'd be in this year with some participation, but next year it looks very likely that they'll be part of it. Because you're right, though the talent is very good here, they need exposure. So we've already started this year. We've started by sending people overseas. So they've been for one event in Phuket, and of course, like Shekhar has been to Phuket, Switzerland, Singapore, all over the place this year. So whatever little bit we can in our capacity, we've done that. So we are hoping, obviously, more sponsors coming in will help to send them abroad. But next year we will have a larger participation from abroad. But this year again, we've got, like Ram mentioned, the exchange program we have with Sri Lanka. Sri Lankans are very good surfers. So we have a 10-member team. We have 3 from the Maldives, who are again world-class surfers. And we have 4 participants from Bangladesh. Usually in the open category, which is only for foreigners, we do have close to about 30 entries every year. And these are people passing through India, or they've heard of the competition, they come through, which are also, they are quite top level surfers. So the locals do learn a lot from them. I hope I answered